This is New Orleans burlesque performer Cherry Brown, and I suggest you listen to MHOG Podcast.
And welcome back to the MHOG Podcast. I am your host, Wayne. and sitting next to me...
And you know what else you are?
What am I?
One hot tamale.
Why, thank you, darling. And you are?
I'm Buck Lightning.
That's right. And, of course, we have the lovely drunkard...
Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm
the Rum Guy.
No, we're insulting our guests.
Yeah. Come on.
Rum, you know better. We normally wait till like at least 10 minutes into the show before we start.
Well, I was going to say at least halfway through the show before we start. You know, we got to...
No, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, sure, right. And our guest is the lovely Miss Cherry Brown.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome.
It's already been interesting.
Yeah, it has. And, you know, most people don't get to hear what happens before the show until we decide that we're not going to come on a week, and we decide to make a, I guess you could say, a behind-the-scenes clip episode, and those tend to be really funny.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like better than the real show.
So you're a very special guest because you got to see how like sad and depressing our
real lives
prep
are.
Work is.
I am so honored. It's a blessing and a curse.
It is.
So, Miss Brown, you...
Oh, yes.
Hey, now.
I understand you are a local New Orleans burlesque dancer.
Ooh, tell us about this.
Well, yes, I am.
Among other things.
Right.
among many other things. Yes, I am a local New Orleans burlesque performer. I've been performing in burlesque for 5 years now.
Nice.
Yeesh.
Yeesh.
It's weird when you look back. You're just like, I've been performing, and then you like count, and you're like, oh my God, it's been like 5 years. So 5 years. I also am now an instructor at the New Orleans School of Burlesque, and I've been teaching there as a fill-in for like 3 years now. And just recently, I have been handed the reins to do every Tuesday and Thursday at the school.
Now she can beat you.
I was going to say, like, how long are the fill-in periods at the school? Is it like you fill in for 6 years and then the
then it's like, all right, here you go.
Well,
right.
It's always just been Bella Blue is the creator. She's the headmistress of the school, and she's been teaching all the classes through the years, and then having guest teachers from New York and Seattle and Texas and all over, like different performers that come into town. If they're here for long enough, she has them teach a class, like a special workshop on what they do best. But she's been teaching everything, and she's never had another instructor. And so whenever she was either sick or scheduling issues, I would fill in and do some of the classes. And finally, I was one of the ones she felt confident enough that she was like, I'm going to hand you over some classes. And so I started doing every Tuesday. And then she's like, I want you to teach every Tuesday and Thursday. So now she's focusing mainly on monthly workshops. Awesome. And I've taken over the regular Tuesday and Thursday classes, teaching the future burlesquers
Nice.
of America.
Yeah, she was actually on our show, 3 episodes ago?
Technically speaking, currently she is 2 episodes back as of this recording.
Right.
Yeah.
Very nice lady. Seemed very tired.
Yeah, she works really, really hard. I mean, she produces multiple shows. She teaches.
And children.
She
I was gonna say that
everything.
too.
Yes. She
That's
has
a full-time job in itself.
Yeah. I mean, she's got 2 kids too. So we kind of all work together to help untire her.
Wait, you untied her? Hold on.
Why was she tied up?
I thought that was more
for off-air
cabaret.
conversation.
So you said future burlesquers of America. How are they doing? The future burlesque. Have you noticed anything standing out?
They're wonderful. We have several students who have been taking classes for years now. They just keep coming back and doing more and more classes because they keep learning more, and they've started to branch out and actually perform in shows alongside us or in student showcases. So it's nice to see them grow. And some people don't do it to become burlesque performers. We have a lot of males and females who come to either just feel good about themselves or to use it as an exercise because it is a very big cardio workout. It can take some strength training and some toning because you have to work your legs and your butt and your arms and all that fun stuff and your abs. And so it is a workout.
Now, how long are your classes usually? I mean,
it's an hour.
It is an hour? Okay. Well, that's
I was
a
going to
strong
say
hour
like
workout
10
then.
minutes.
Yeah, no,
I'm like,
it's an hour, and I teach one real high cardio class, which is a 1960s go-go class, and so it's all like old school 1960s go-go moves, and they have to for an hour do nothing but go-go, and it's pretty intense.
That's cool.
They pretty much collapse afterwards.
Wayne go-goed for an hour one time. But
yep,
that was
and I went. I was done.
And it ended with Power Rangers. At the end of a, I don't know, season or semester, do y'all have like a special ceremony where you award them their name?
Yeah, well, they can pick their own names. We all get to pick our own names. Some people are given names. Some people create them on their own. Names come from all different places and inspirations. But we do have a student showcase, which is kind of like a ballet recital, but you take your clothes off. So it's the best ballet recital ever.
Yeah, I'd watch that over ballet any day of the week. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So basically, we have a student showcase where people fill the Always Lounge, and it's packed every time. And each of them gets to do a routine that they've created on their own, and we've sometimes helped them with either choreography or like ideas or costumes and concepts, but they create everything on their own, and then they debut it basically for us to see for the first time in its entirety, and for a place filled with almost 200 people.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How did you learn the art of the dance?
Yes.
My case is actually a very odd and special case.
Ooh.
That now I have to tell you, I guess.
Why, yes.
But a lot of people ask me that are students, like, well, how did you get into this? And I'm like, well, don't follow my path, because I want you to learn and not do it ass backwards.
You were
like
in the
I
skull
did.
and crossbones.
I can say ass on here, right?
Or you can say
whatever
ass,
you like.
shit,
No.
whatever the hell
okay.
you want. Yeah,
No,
Good.
we don't allow any of that stuff. Hold on. Don't mislead this young lady. Don't lead her down a path
sure,
of
like,
sin.
how profane I can get.
You can say every word you want
Okay, good.
because it's
Fucking
been said.
ready.
There
Awesome.
you go.
You can't say and. You cannot say and.
Okay, I have to do it without saying and.
In
or
fact,
doing
no
anything.
prepositions whatsoever.
Oh, okay. No B, no I. Oh, got it.
Wow, that's terrible.
I don't even know all the prepositions.
Me neither.
I'd have to look at a list.
So.
You'll be graded on a curve. Or on your curves. Ah! Anyway,
Rim shot.
so back to your story.
How can I top that? So I was literally thrown into it. So Trixie Minx, when I first moved down here, I'm from Ohio originally.
Okay.
And so when I first moved down here, I had no friends, no family. And so one of my first friends that I knew was Trixie Minx, and she is the head of Florida Tees Burlesque here in the city. And she was like, "Oh, I run a burlesque troupe," and I was like, "What the fuck is burlesque?" I was like, "What is this thing?" And I'm 19 years old, and I'm like, I don't. What is this? She's like, "Well, come to a show." So I came to a show, and I was blown away. Just the costumes and the group numbers and the props and, having the aerialists and magicians, and just the entire show was spectacular. And growing up on a farm in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, this was amazing to me. And so she was like, "Look, I need some help promoting the show to tourists, because I have a lot of locals that come, but tourists off of Bourbon Street and stuff don't really go down that kind of area because it's more of a local place." So she was like, "Can I dress you up in a costume, a few hours before the show, and you can go hand out flyers on Bourbon Street each time we have a show?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll do that." So she would put me in a costume, and I would go and I'd hand out flyers. Well, one day, I was coming back from handing out the flyers, and she comes running up to me, and she's like, "Our stage kitten is sick. She got food poisoning or something. She's not coming in. We have no one to pull the curtain. We have no one to stage manage in the back." She's like, I need you to help. Could you just pull the curtain, and so everybody else can do props and pick up clothes, And I was like, "Oh, okay, just teach me what ropes to pull, sure." So I did that for a year and a half because apparently I was really good at it. So I started pulling curtain and doing stage kittening and moving the props and setting all that stuff up.
These sound like drug references. I was pulling curtain out in the French Quarter when I was 19.
I was stage kittening, you know what I'm saying? Slinging that shit.
Well, rhinestones are our drug of choice. So.
That's gonna be the name of my album.
We deal those like crack. They come in grosses. They come in little baggies, and they get shipped to us in little baggies, and it looks like we're dealing some kind of drug on the side. You count them up, and there's 144 per gross.
I know what you mean. I'm kind of like a rhinestone cowboy.
Like Breaking Bad when they come in the blue bag,
Yeah,
the blue
exactly. It's just like that.
I don't get that reference.
Only a lot more sparkly.
Yeah, a little more shiny.
But so
you were stage kittening.
So I was stage kittening.
What?
And one day, I get a call from her because another performer, Roxy LaRouche, she broke her toe before a performance.
Damn it.
Almost 3 or 4 days before the performance.
Did a beam fall on her?
Did Rum come to rescue?
No, she actually broke it going into another performance at the Howlin' Wolf.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she was on her way to perform.
Pick up your feet when you
broke
walk.
her toe.
Wow.
Yeah. So she broke her toe and couldn't perform, and they were having a show in Baton Rouge, and they needed a certain amount of performers. And back then, there wasn't as many performers as we have now, nor were they, in town or they were busy. They were already booked. So there was no one, and she needed to fill a spot. So she calls me, and she goes, "So, you're going to come up with a routine and a costume, and you're going to go and perform in Baton Rouge." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I know you can do this." I had taken one burlesque class. I had not, all I had basically done is watched it for a year and a half in the wing. So I had watched these performers, once a month for almost 2 years. And I was like, what? She's like, "I know you can do this." She's like, "You can do this." And so I went and did it and haven't stopped since.
That's
awesome.
cool.
So you were on the forefront of the burlesque explosion.
Yes.
Yeah, I was right on the cusp, right before it started to get huge. I was probably into it about almost 2 years before it exploded down here in New Orleans. It had exploded other places already, but New Orleans, picks up a little bit slower. So.
Oh boy. Which I'm just trying to. We're trying. Me and Buck over here are just trying to avoid all the innuendo jokes that we could be throwing out with exploding and
I gather
better
the
dish
giggles.
those out to me. I would be so disappointed if those did not happen while I was on this podcast.
I kept wanting to say face, all this other stuff, but it just
exploded everywhere.
Yeah, all over.
I can't take them anywhere, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shut your face, Rum.
No, he's too drunk to walk. That's
he can't take us nowhere because it's illegal to drive drunk.
They'll cause a scene at a Denny's. It doesn't matter.
Says the guy who spears people every time he's in town.
Yeah. Hey, I'm beating this guy up today. Oh, all right.
Well, he deserved it. Freaking cab.
I'm stealing a cab.
Every time you meet a stranger, it's like, Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
I'm gonna open a can of whoop ass on you, boy.
He's hitting them in the solar plexus. Anyway, so Burlesque is taking you around the country. I saw you were in New York not terribly long ago.
I've been in New York. New York is wonderful. I always somehow pick to go during the coldest months of the year. I don't know why.
Awesome.
Because you're from Ohio.
And because it's always cold there.
Yeah,
It's
New York. Everyone's cold.
Ohio's like Pennsylvania. I grew up in Pennsylvania. And it's you've got maybe a month and a half, 2 months of decent weather, then it's done.
Ohio's not like Pennsylvania. There's way more syllables in Pennsylvania.
Rum.
It's just silly.
See, now you upset him. Now he's going to go cry.
I don't know what to say to you.
I think he's holding back a laugh.
He is.
I will not give him the satisfaction of laughing at that.
I'm going to drop another beam on you.
Anyway.
So, I noticed...
New York.
New York.
Yes.
Yes, I've been to New York. I've performed at the Slipper Room, which is this historic burlesque venue that's been around. And Wasabasco Burlesque does amazing shows up there, and I was just up for their 10-year anniversary. They've actually been producing burlesque shows for 10 years, which is almost unheard of in the burlesque scene because everyone either changes, names or venues and this and that, and they've managed to grow and have multiple venues and multiple shows weekly that, have exploded into this family and have kept it.
Let that one go. Let that one go.
I was going to say that's so terrible, but I'm going to let it go.
The Aristocrats. Anyway, go on.
But yeah, I've been to D.C., Baltimore, Indianapolis. There's a great troupe up there called the Rocket Doll Review. Yeah, pretty much everywhere. The only place I haven't hit is the West Coast. West Coast is my next. I don't know.
Is there somewhere specific West Coast that you would like to go to that's kind of known for that?
San Francisco is a nice, a big place. Seattle actually has a scene. Probably hit Portland. It's literally almost you name a city and it has a burlesque scene.
Well, if you go to San Francisco, we will tell our friend Hemel and his girlfriend, the Unicorn.
And then we'll go see you.
Hemel and the Unicorn will go see you.
Yay! That would be amazing.
Yeah, they're good people.
Yeah. Well, Travis is a piece of shit, but other than that, it's all right. His girlfriend's nice.
Girlfriend's a unicorn, so that's all right.
Yes. She's a rarity.
Mm-hmm. Now, why do we call her the unicorn again?
Because her mother is
lineage.
Malaysian.
Yes.
Her father is British.
And they live in Australia?
They fell in love, moved to Australia, and produced children.
So they have a strange...
So she's an Asian that speaks with an Australian accent.
She's half British, half Asian, but she's all Australian.
Yeah. She's a unicorn.
She is a unicorn.
She's a rare breed.
Holy fuck, she is a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
See, they do exist.
It's so funny, too, because coming from an American perspective... When you see an Asian person, I'm Asian, so I don't necessarily expect any accent.
Right.
But I expect if there is an accent, I expect it to be Asian.
You're not Asian.
Yes, he is.
Jesus Christ.
He is.
What part? Never mind.
The Philippines?
My foot. My foot's the Asian part. Just the right one.
It's a little slanted.
The left is all whitey. Anyway. So I don't necessarily expect any accent, but then when someone talks and they're clearly Asian and you get an Australian accent, your brain goes, weird. What, wait, what? Huh?
Like when I first met her, I just kind of stared. I was like, what are you saying?
And I've been obsessed with Australia since I was like 5. So
And
I was
Asians.
like, tell me more. Tell me more. Take me to your magical place.
Miss Unicorn.
I was gonna.
He was going to say he was going to ride her, but you know.
Yeah, and then I realized, oh wait, that's rude.
Nah.
And she thinks I'm nice, so you know.
Boy, is she mistaken.
It's hurtful. Anyway,
I still love you.
So back to Miss Cherry Brown. I don't.
Yes.
Oh, so San Francisco.
Sorry, San Francisco, huh? Yeah. Where? So what do you have going on here?
Well, I have lots of things going on.
I bet.
We have monthly shows that I perform in. There's a Clue Burlesque show where the audience actually gets to play along and try to find the killer. So we do Clue, and
That's fun.
I would do that.
we all play different, obviously the different characters of Clue, but we don't reveal who we are until you see us on stage. So it's this, because the audience can win prizes like the actual board game and CDs and posters and T-shirts. And
the cool thing about that is Cherry Brown totally could have been a Clue character.
Yeah.
I am a Clue character.
Cherry Brown did it in the library with the sparkles.
Right?
with the bag of meth.
Which again sounds vaguely like a sexual innuendo.
It does. It really does. But that's okay.
I watched a few of your performances that you had on YouTube, since I have not had the honor of seeing you perform live yet.
Have any of you seen me perform?
No.
I get invited to burlesque shows, but they're always at times when it's
The next morning is work.
right.
Oh yeah, no, I completely understand.
Yeah.
I hate.
I would,
No, but we legitimately feel bad, and there was
because we'd like to go to a lot.
There was a few where we were like, we're definitely going.
Well,
and
you
then it
went
was
to
like 11
you went to a
o'clock.
couple. I know you guys went to
Yeah.
see.
I did.
Was it Remy and them do? What was it, that Arkham Asylum?
No, we were supposed to go.
We were supposed to
that.
go. We never did. Go.
I have actually seen them perform at Southport Hall with Reverend Spooky Lestrange's troupe, but I wasn't actually going there to see them. They were part of a performance.
Well, they performed one on one of our shows too. So we
Which episode is that?
No, not of the podcast.
Are you going to do burlesque commentary? You can totally.
Yes.
Ooh,
that would be great.
Oh, we're totally doing that episode. Although it's going to get weird doing it in Wayne's. You know what? Like I'm going to let that one slide too.
Yeah. He wants to do it in Wayne.
But yeah, there's many shows. The Blue Book is our weekly show, and it's on Bourbon Street. It's at Lucky Pierre's, and that is the first burlesque show to be on Bourbon Street on a regular basis since the 1960s, when they shut down all the burlesque halls.
Wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And it's at 735 Bourbon, so it's right before St. Anne, right next to Marie Laveau's voodoo thing. I don't know what else it's called. Voodoo shop, voodoo thing.
It's the little place. It's this little building with like 1,000 things in it, and you can't walk around but this one little pole. That's what it is.
I like the idea that New Orleans shut down burlesque in the French Quarter. It's like, well, you can do drugs, you can totally have sex, you can
drink
you
in
can
the public.
Expel your excretions in the street.
In the street.
But God forbid a woman with a feather boa
takes off some clothes and dances for you.
We'll have none of that nonsense.
Show, that's the thing is, burlesque is the art of the strip tease. We're telling a story through a strip, but it's to leave them wanting a little more, but that was too much.
Well, what
maybe that was your problem. Maybe you didn't take off enough. Maybe they were totally like, hey. I mean, granted, you weren't around the 60s, but you know what I'm saying.
No. Or was I?
Are you a Time Lord?
Maybe.
She's the 15th Doctor.
I knew it. Shit.
What do you think was the reason they started closing down all the burlesques?
Because of you, Rum.
The popularity was done. Porn, came out. It was one of those things of porn became huge in the 60s and 70s, and
thank you, 60s.
Burlesque couldn't move to TV, and so they closed them all down because it lost its spark. People became uninterested
because it was extremely popular. I know, I mean, burlesque, but it started in the 20s, didn't it?
Burlesque, actually, they don't know when it actually started, but they have dates way, way before that. I mean, Lydia Thompson who had the British Blondes. They're from Britain, and they were performing in New York doing burlesque shows in the 1860s.
Wow.
Man, is that one of the classes at the School of Burlesque? Do you have a history class?
There are history classes. We have not taught one at the New Orleans School of Burlesque, but I know quite a few performers who, around the world, teach history classes or write books or, research this in order to...
Well, to keep it alive.
I mean, you kind of, no matter what you do, you need to know where it came from and how it started.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is important.
Yeah, we try to keep it alive, but you also need to know the history behind, your art form. I think every artist needs to know the history behind their art and what they're doing. And
right.
It's because we are recreating, classic bump and grinds and classic strip teases, but we also are innovating and making new, which is neo-burlesque, new burlesque. And so people are using pop culture references of modern today, or they're getting really intense with LEDs or, crazy technology that they can use nowadays in a burlesque routine. Whereas in burlesque back in the day, they would do pop culture of their day, but it wasn't as prevalent as today. So there's modern burlesque and there's classic burlesque.
Are you're more? Would you consider yourself more classic then?
I'm very classic. I would love to do modern, but I haven't found anything that I would want to do properly as a modern piece. I'm more of a classic bump and grind, classic striptease artist that does jazz and blues and everything.
A little bump and grind.
Wayne's very classic bump and grind too, but he just has a bad hip.
That's true. It's metallic.
It's actually not funny because it is true.
No, more like I have a bad knee. I don't have a bad hip.
I've got bad everything.
We know. Your wife told us.
You guys should do DDP yoga with me. It totally fixes your knee.
Are you doing Diamond Dallas Page's yoga?
I was going to get into that.
Am.
She has her she's not just a fan of burlesque.
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
She much like our last guest, I don't want to get into that, but our last guest was really into something kind of nerdy. Well, not kind of nerdy, very nerdy.
She was into X-Files.
Miss Cherry Brown loves wrestling.
Oh, yeah!
And you have a dream, don't you?
I have a drink.
A dream?
A dream. Like
yes,
Tangled?
I do. I'm like, wait,
if
how
you'd
do you
like
know
a drink,
I have a drink?
I've got a few things here.
Rome's got plenty enough for everybody
Actually,
to drink.
there is a Cherry Brown ale in Ireland, but they won't import it.
Those
I
bastards.
will get you some. How's that?
Please.
I will get you some Cherry Brown ale from Ireland. Not a problem.
Okay, thank you. I'll wait on that.
Just so you know, it's entirely possible that he's not kidding.
No, I will get you some. I have quite a few friends in Ireland. One of my bosses is from Ireland. They actually also run an Irish tour, so I'll just have him bring some back, and next time I come down, I'll bring it to you.
The Rum Guy blends fact and fiction on a
daily
regular
basis.
I love you, Rum Guy.
Hey, that's not a problem.
He might know one of your favorite wrestlers and might have attacked that wrestler
and
like
hates
in real
him.
life.
Who's your favorite wrestler now?
There are a lot of wrestlers that I like, but Shawn Michaels is
yes, the Heartbreak Kid.
My because of his
hair.
Yes.
Chaps because of his chaps. It's because of his chaps, isn't it?
No, it's his personality,
yeah, sure.
His professionalism, his skill, to entertain the crowds.
I like how you drew out the P.
His kind of techniques when it comes to burlesque, just being a character and being able to, reach out to the audience and play to the back of the house.
I get confused with him all the time. It gets kind of embarrassing.
Why do you get confused?
Because people think I look like him.
Oh, shut up.
It's not a far stretch.
Look, you look like the alien from Meatballs 2.
It's a Mr. Fantastic stretch. That's how big a stretch it is.
Rum reminds me of the alien from Meatballs 2 with long hair.
Thanks, man.
I'm just messing.
Didn't that alien end up on American Dad or something?
It's not as bad as the Gwildor reference I did the other day. called you Gwildor last time.
Gwildor's
I don't even
way-
know who Gwildor is.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, so you
But
have a
yes,
dream.
I have a dream.
Would
Is
you
that
like to-
what we were going with? Not
Yes,
a
yes,
dream.
not Gwildor.
I was kind of hoping you'd sing the Tangled song, to be honest with you.
I would sing the what?
Nobody
Tangled?
knows that movie but
Everyone
you.
knows Tangled.
No.
I have a dream.
Everybody likes
I have a
Frozen,
dream.
obviously.
No, I don't either. But thank you.
Thank you.
So what is the dream?
Well, my dream has always been to be a commentator, female commentator for the WWE. So that's my.
That's awesome.
Well, that's really good, because if your dream was to be a male commentator,
It'd be weird.
or difficult at the least.
But we
I don't
don't
know.
judge. So
Right. We well, it's one of those things of before I moved to New Orleans, I always wanted to be a wrestler.
Well,
And
why didn't
I
you
was
pursue
gonna go
that?
train, and like I was like, I'm gonna move to Florida. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna become a wrestler, become a WWE diva, and then I moved to New Orleans, became a burlesque performer, and went close enough. I'm in the South,
Way
on
less,
stage,
way
you
less
watch wrestling,
impact.
so it's good.
Way less impact. So
but when I became a burlesque performer, I put my entire self into it. I'm waiting for a sexual innuendo from one of you.
Nope. Not gonna happen.
Good. And
No
so
way, I'm still
I
thinking.
tried really hard to be able to push my career and not have to hustle and be able to perform regularly. And so now that that has happened, and now that I have this career that I can travel, and I have enough networking, and I have costumes, and I have routines, and I'm building and building, but I'm not having to devote 24 hours into it. I was like, I really still love wrestling, and so I started doing podcasts and started doing reviews, and was like, I still really love this. I should really give this a shot. And so I ended up hooking up with Wildkat Sports and Entertainment, and they were like, we really would love to have a female. We've been wanting a female commentator and interviewer for so long, and I came along at the perfect time. So again, I fell into it, and
That's
so now
awesome.
I'm practicing and doing
So
interviews.
you got thrown
and
into burlesque
shows
and you fell into
Wrestling.
commentation.
Yeah. You must get bruised a lot.
You don't walk anywhere. It just seems easier.
No, when I want to do something, I just kind of, fall right into it.
Right. Yeah, you do. I don't know. That didn't work.
It just exploded all over the place.
Yeah. Coincidentally, like legitimately coincidentally, Luke Hawks is supposed to be on the show next
Next
Wednesday.
week, yep.
Oh, that's my boss.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna have time. He might be busy, like yelling at AJ Styles on Twitter. It seems to. I don't know how he has time to wrestle with all of his time yelling
He
at AJ
is
Styles on Twitter.
Luke is such an amazing trainer. I am so impressed seeing him, throughout this, because I go to all of the practices that I can, just to watch and to get filled in on if we're doing certain matches and all that fun stuff.
You got filled in.
Is he paying you to say that?
Hey, you asked for that one, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually not paying. He doesn't even know that I'm doing this. This will be a surprise, Luke. I'm talking about you.
I don't think he actually listens to the show, but
But we
No, but I'm sure he'll hear about this.
yeah.
all right. Yeah, actually, I will say, I went to the first show that Booker T did with Hardcore Holly, and me and my buddy Fletch have a photo booth business, a photography business called Boom.
plug.
I'm cool with it.
I'm too.
Do you need to get those T-shirts made? Because if I have money,
Shameless
anyway.
plug.
So Boom Photo Works, and we went out there and we actually took pictures of the wrestlers for Luke and all that. And
Fletch yelled at someone.
yeah, Fletch. Great story. Fletch yelled at Booker T.
Yes.
And hurt Booker T's feelings.
Made him cry. It was terrible.
It was pretty sad. It was like looking at a giant wounded puppy. So anyway, but I was very impressed. I've been to plenty of WWE live events, and I've been at TNA ringside, and I kind of got tired of wrestling several years ago, probably 6-7 years ago. But when I was there, I was like, yeah, this is the real deal. This is a very good product.
It brought the feelings back.
Wildcats tries so hard. I mean, they're one of the best products, I think, in the South. They have such a unique personality, and Luke tries so hard to make every event better than the next. After the ROW matches, we did a double header just recently, and it was for ROW was coming to us, and so it was This Means War, and so a bunch of the ROW guys came, and we had a full-on battle, title matches. We had Ray Horace and Bestia Cicis. They came in and they did actual professional lucha libre
that's cool.
style match, and it was the most amazing match. Ray Horace is the son of Rey Mysterio Sr.
Oh,
really?
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Great lineage right there.
Rey Mysterio from the WWE is actually his nephew. And because Ray Horace wasn't old enough to wrestle when the name was being passed on, and so Rey Mysterio Sr.'s nephew took it.
Oh.
But Ray Horace is actually the son of Rey Mysterio Sr.
Oh.
So it's an amazing lineage, and it was so amazing to see them in the ring with each other, just high-flying, and they go into the crowd, they come outside the ring. The audience it was packed, it was screaming. I was doing interviews the first night. I was doing interviews in the back in the locker room the whole time, and got to interact with the ROW guys and talk about lucha and just cut promos. And then the second night I was ringside, and it was like, yep, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is perfect. So now
That's
I'm
pretty
hooked.
freaking cool.
I love watching those matches because there's so much talent goes into those type of matches. Oh wow! But can you imagine their family functions? Do you ever think about that? Can
you imagine that fight at the wedding? They're flying all over the place.
It's worth noting that Rum used to be a wrestler back in the day. He was Bozo the Drunk.
I was.
He'd come out with a bottle. Hey, kids!
He wasn't paid. He was just a drunk in a clown costume that would come out and beat people mercilessly.
When I was younger, we used to do backyard wrestling, which was really kind of stupid and dangerous.
Oh, of course, I did too as a kid. I grew up around all boy cousins, and I was the only girl, so of course we wrestled, and they would choke slam me onto the ground and all that fun stuff.
That's how we trained. We'd watch wrestling, all the events all week, and then we get to like Sunday and be like, all right, let's all get together at a field and beat each other senseless and laugh about it.
Rum wrestled cows, though. It was a little different.
Don't try this at home. Do not do backyard wrestling, kids. And if you're listening to this podcast,
don't listen to this podcast because it's awful. We're terrible people.
Do it in the kitchen. Do it in the kitchen. It's a lot safer.
Yeah, I mean, we used to take glass and smash it on each other's heads and shit when we did that stuff, like window frames and stuff.
Speaking of which, I feel like I should ask Miss Cherry Brown to be the commentator when we set up a Jello pool and Wayne and Rum.
Why do I?
Why is there going to be Jello?
I would be happy.
Because I'm the one that came up with the show.
To be the commentator for that.
Okay, that'd be great.
We're going to videotape it. There's going to be shirts and skins. It's really up to the gentleman.
That's pretty gross, but I'll fight you in some Jello, Rum.
And it's going to be a hair match. Whoever loses gets their back
shots?
hair shaved.
No, they should have their head shaved because Rum would shit himself.
I'm not shaving my head.
Exactly. How about facial hair shave?
You know what? If Rum shaved his head, he'd look like a stockier Heisenberg.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Do you know Heisenberg?
Never mind.
Doesn't he have a trophy?
No, he's got a balloon.
Yes, he does.
So
Wildkat is so amazing. I am impressed with all of the wrestlers. We have 2 female wrestlers that are making a debut. Our next show is March 20th at DJ Meisler Middle School in Metairie. Nice. And the tickets are on sale on the website, wildkatsports.com. Cat is spelled with a K.
What date was that?
March 20th.
Wildcats, they do tour quite a bit, right? Or
we can't
Yes, they do. I mean, we separate and people go all over. Like just recently, they were in Houston.
I really think they've been up my way here. That sounds the Wildcats. We have a
lot of people have been up your way.
I think Rum's thinking of the great
kind of
Goldie
a big
Hawn movie.
boxing studio here that they do a lot of matches at, and I really think Wildkat was up here maybe a year ago.
Yeah, I'm sure they travel everywhere. I mean, Luke, he is actually a professional stuntman, and he coordinates a lot of stuff. So, I mean, he gets connections and is able to travel. I mean, he worked really hard before doing Wildkat in wrestling, and Wildkat's only been around for 3 years now. Like, they opened in 2000, well, not more than 3 years now, but I mean, it's been actually huge and actually debuting as an independent for only 3 years, since 2012. Wow. So they've launched themselves, in just 3 years. I mean, they literally have been training almost every day. I see them train almost every day, and I'm baffled, but it's amazing.
Well, if he ever needs another stuntman, I do all my own stunts.
Badly.
So.
You could come train at come train at the school. It's great.
Let's do it. I'll be there.
Liar.
Just come train at the
You
school.
I'd be up for it one time, see what it's like.
You should not encourage him. There's a good chance everyone in that building will die but him.
Yeah, I mean, look at his neighbor. His neighbor's house fell on him today.
His wife is the only one that has
I highly suggest, I mean, if you are looking to do wrestling as a profession and you want this, there's no other place I could think of besides the WWE, training school to go other than Wildkat.
You know what? Now I'm juiced to do this.
I have a question for everybody. I assume that everyone's been to a wrestling match at one point in their life.
Yes.
Okay. What is one of the most memorable matches you've seen live?
God. Wow.
Recently, I would have to say I was at WrestleMania.
Oh, nice.
Every match there was pretty amazing, but The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar was pretty epic.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But even Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, I have to say, like, the WrestleMania had some amazing memories.
Like the corners of my mind, misty water.
I can tell you, my most favorite match that I've ever seen was I was at an ECW match when they were in like people's garages and shit.
Yes.
And I was second row, and it was Rob Van Dam versus Sabu, and they were fighting. And there was no mats on the floor to protect these dudes. I mean, I watched them flip out of the ring onto the concrete. I mean, and it wasn't like a nice little, like a roll. This dude hit his head on the concrete and got up. And I was like, Jesus Christ,
What was his name? Sabu?
Anyway. And then the best part of the whole match, though, was I was probably 16 at the time. My mom took us to it, and she got a front row seat. Okay, so she was in the front, and me and my friends were behind her. They threw Rob Van Dam on my mother. Now,
my mom was quite willing, by the way.
Oh yes, she was so excited. She's like, "Take a fucking picture! Take a picture!" So we're like taking pictures of this dude laying up.
RVD.
It was great, and he was choked.
She was like, BBDs.
Yeah, she was getting choked. He was getting choked in front of her, and she was like taking pictures of his face. It was incredible. It was like one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Oh man!
And my mom was like wetting herself. She was so excited.
That's what I love about it. I love the show, the entertainment factor of it all. It's the show. It's the stories. Like that's what drew me to it, and that's what kept me watching was their performances. I mean,
these guys beat the shit out of themselves.
I don't actually remember any of the matches that I saw.
Boy, you must have went to some bad matches.
No, I no. But the thing was, like the live events to me were always about like me and my friends doing stuff. Like most of the memories that I have are stuff like this was when Goldberg came back, and we went all the way to, was it Montgomery, Alabama?
Yeah.
No, Birmingham. We're in Birmingham. And,
Birmingham, Alabama.
And Josh had his girlfriend at the time on his shoulders, and she was kind of a bitch, and and he's walking, and she's like trying to get Goldberg's attention, and she's not, like, she's kind of looking down, and he basically she hit a tree.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I mean, the little things like that, and like how ugly everybody was in Mobile. Like we were really pretty compared to everyone else, and
Like,
and TNA being able to like being 5
feet from him.
Yeah, or whatever
distance,
from like Kurt Angle and stuff
cool.
like that.
Yeah, like as a small kid, like as a small child, I used to my mom used to bring me these shows all the time, and like one of the most memories that I remember as a kid was I got to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Ooh.
And I got to see Jimmy Superfly Snuka live. So that was actually really fucking cool, you know? That and my autographed Junkyard Dog picture, which is pretty awesome, you know, as a kid. Because you see, before they were like, you know, really famous or anything, like they used to you could just walk up to the ring and they had these little pictures that you can pay like $4 or $5 for, and they would sign it for you. Yeah. So I mean, I have like 3 or 4 different of these guys, and honestly, Junkyard Dog's the only one I can remember by face. The rest of these dudes, I have no fucking clue who they are.
That's what, you know, we have that kind of thing at Wildkat too during the shows. There's, you know, photo signings and poster signings and pictures and everything, because these wrestlers, they are training to get to the next level, whether it's WWE or Impact or Ring of Honor or any other kind of independent wrestling, you know, federation. They are trying, because, you know, indie is really the base of wrestling. I mean, every wrestling federation that you know started out as an independent small little thing that has grown.
I hate to interrupt, but I'd just like to thank the cast of Stomp, who's
or whoever's building the house.
Actually, not gonna lie. So they're doing construction on the place next door.
That's what I'm like. Is Rum's like? I was thinking Rum's neighbor was trapped under the house again.
Is that what they?
It's on.
Is that what they told you? Because it's 8:00 at night. Those are crackheads building like meth labs.
Yeah, they're building some labs next door.
That or somebody's getting really freaky back there.
It's so ridiculous. They're like, we just need to finish up some last minute things for tonight. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's whatever. They painted the front of the house today. They painted our door. I was like, why are you painting the door?
Paint the door.
You know why? Because tonight, baby, I wanna get freaky with you. I'm sorry.
So,
I'm still stuck on them banging.
I apologize.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just kind of.
It was just funny. We had to point it out.
Yes. No, they're building. God knows what. They're building a Mardi Gras float.
Yeah,
in the house next door.
Yeah, you're gonna walk over there like, what the hell? It's gonna be like a pirate ship.
The roof's just gonna open up and it's gonna float out.
Yeah, it's a helicarrier.
So obviously, your dream of being, well, you've already gotten started on the path of being a wrestling commentator.
That's awesome.
You know, there's some pretty obvious goals that could end with that you're looking towards. But what about burlesque? Like, where would you like to be? Like, ideally, like, what would you like to hope to accomplish?
It's different in burlesque because in burlesque you're never really at a stopping point. I would love to write a book. I would love to be able to travel overseas to Europe and
I think
perform.
It would be a great story for you to do the story of how you got started as a book. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to write a book. I'm just waiting for a few more years to go by with a few more crazy things, so the book isn't like, oh, this is exciting, and here's all the boring shit.
And I did this. I'm done.
That's the one chapter that here's all the boring shit.
It's like how
5.
back in the day, this is going to date me, when everybody bought Hillary Clinton's autobiography just to get to the part where she finds out about Bill having sex with Monica Lewinsky. Yeah. And it's like literally like not even like 2 pages worth of information, and you're like, why did I read this book? It's boring.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I never read that book. No. If I want to hear that story, I want it from Bill.
Yeah, well, people bought his biography for that reason too.
First, I was at the Oval Office, and I really wanted a ham sandwich, so I said, Monica, can you get me a ham sandwich? And she came in, and then I was like, Monica.
She was wearing that blue dress.
Take them panties off, baby! And so she took them panties off. and then I blew.
You can't even talk. He's like, and then you.
And then she blew me, and then I had a ham sandwich, and it was a good day.
And I gave her the cigar after.
I didn't have cigars. You don't smoke cigars in the Oval Office. You only jizz on women.
No, he crammed one inside of her.
That's just gross. There's
Well, that's what he did.
I'm the president of the United States.
He's a freak.
I like to look at JFK's picture and say, what would JFK do?
Stick a cigar inside of your intern.
No, he'd probably like kill her and dump her body.
Probably right. Oh, that's his brother.
So back to Brittany.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Cherry Brown. Sorry.
Way to go.
Oh, we got editing.
Yeah. That's true. We do.
We got editing.
It's
In
not
that
live.
case,
It's not live.
it's not live. We're good. But yeah,
And then
where
the
we at?
silence
Autobiography,
just went
yes, burlesque,
Right.
all that stuff.
Yeah, burlesque. Yeah.
Oh, is that what we were talking about? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna pause.
I took us down a rabbit hole.
And we could
So-
never
Tried
get
the
out.
blue
In
pill.
burlesque, you can travel. I would love to be able to have my own production here in New Orleans that could travel and be able to hire, more performers to be able to grow and be seen by the world, because burlesque is still actually underground, even though so many people see it around the world now. A lot of the mainstream masses still don't quite understand or know what burlesque is, whether it be because they've never heard of it, because they don't live in a place that's closer to the city, or they've seen that horrible Christina Aguilera movie.
Oh.
Come on,
That
girl.
should have worn
in which they think that we dance and sing and it's more of a cabaret, which that's more cabaret. So they don't understand that it's the art of the striptease. They're like, what? You're not going to sing and bop around? It's like, no.
It turns into
there
a
actually
Disney
are-
show all of a sudden.
Yeah, there actually is some amazing performers that do sing and strip at the same time. And they're
Thank
amazing
you.
at it.
And then there's that weird chick who has her boobs dance along to Christmas songs.
Yeah.
That's talent. I'm going to say there's a few burlesque performers that can isolate like that. And we do actually have, we teach classes. Michelle Amore is one of the head of Chicago's.
You teach a
burlesque
booby
school.
dancing class?
No, Michelle Amore teaches a booty lab class, and she
Whoa.
teaches butt isolations. Michelle Amore has an amazing routine called Beethoven, and it's where she comes out in
awesome.
a little half tuxedo cape and sits down and moves her butt to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. I do.
Oh, no. I have to look this up.
I think booty
Yeah.
labs is my favorite word.
Beethoven.
That's going to be the
Booty
name of
Lab
this.
is the name of the class. But yeah,
That is
Michelle Amore
the name of my next band.
No, that's the name of
She is
this
the head teacher
episode.
at Chicago School of Burlesque. She teaches. She's got the dojo for your mojo.
That's awesome.
Nice. That's another good one.
So yeah, it's our sister schools. We have sister schools like the New York School of Burlesque, Seattle School of Burlesque. Basically, we're all connected, and people come from those schools to teach in New Orleans, and we from New Orleans go to those schools. Like Bella goes to a lot of those schools to teach, and so everything's connected that way. If you're closer to a city, it's like, oh, you can go to this school and learn, and then you can go to this school and learn. And if you're in town in New Orleans, you can come to us and take a few classes.
We are many.
Yeah,
Y'all-
burlesque is always building, always building.
Y'all like the Borg.
Yeah,
You will
we're
be
never going to
assimilated.
stop.
Yep, you're going to
Yeah.
assimilate everybody until the world is all
Yeah,
burlesque.
we're going to
No, you'll be.
assimilate
Oh,
everyone.
she beat me to it.
Whoa.
God damn it.
Wait, what happened? I didn't.
She said you're going to be assimilated.
That's right. Yes. She got you, dude. It was close. But
Fuck this, I quit.
I'm the new resident drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
what? Rum quit too? Jesus.
Yeah, I think you're replacing me. You're replacing the resident lunatic.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there
I
you
can
go.
do that too.
Oh, hold on now.
He's a sleepy.
You're You got to do better than that to replace me. It's
don't.
only one buck lightning, baby.
Don't wake the cuddle bear. He's not too cuddly once he
Let
gets
sleeping
woken.
cuddle bears lie.
That's right.
Is it? I got one more question for you that I was thinking about.
He's got one. Just one.
Just one.
Just
one, and then
once.
you can fuck off.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah,
Just one
That's
and then
not
you
where
can
I was
fuck
going
off.
with it. I've been in my mind, and we got on a tangent, and I almost forgot it. You had mentioned about traveling and stuff like that. Is it costly to do the traveling for the show? Do you have to take a lot of out of pocket to get there? I mean,
Yes.
it is.
It's very costly unless you're working with a contract or you're working with some big production where they're going to cover your travel and lodging and such. To be able to get there and make money, you have to spend money.
No, it's true. I mean,
It's the same with our costumes and stuff. Most of the money that we make, we put back into our costumes. It's a lot of time and effort, but we love it, and I do it as hard and as much as I can.
Yeah.
Just take that as a soundbite.
Yes,
Sure.
you know that's right. We will.
Jerry, did you just say you love it hard as fast as it can?
Bill, I think she wants to be your new intern, sir.
I would love that. I'm going to send Monica with the car to pick you up.
And a fresh
Okay,
box
great.
of cigars.
Make sure she brings one of those awesome handbags she started making afterwards.
She'll bring you an awesome hand job.
And he can vouch for that.
Got me. But yeah.
Did you know this is what you were coming into when you agreed to do this show?
No, but I'm very happy that it is what I was looking into.
I'm just glad you came.
It seems like
So am I.
we
Yeah, exactly.
set and spike.
That's exactly what I was letting it go. Trying to get it there.
That's a good one. We brought Bella Blue on a week ago to talk about like how to handle her son's puberty
Yeah, that was funny.
and teach him how to masturbate.
Because I really guarantee she did not expect that type of cast.
No.
I did volunteer to have the talk with the boy.
You gotta
Well, you got to
love
mix it up.
stuff. This is great. Who wouldn't want to listen to me ramble on? Who wouldn't want to listen to a burlesque performer ramble on about wrestling and then make really perverted jokes?
You damn right. I agree.
And that's why we have the listeners that we do.
Yeah. Thank you, 6 people.
I think we did a little better than that.
Well, yeah, we do.
Yeah, you at least got 10.
Yeah, exactly. And we got a new one, so it's 11. We'll do 11.
Yeah.
What are we at country-wise now?
96.
Oh, I thought you meant outlaw country.
96 countries listen
Outlaw
to this
country,
show.
woo!
Outlaw it? Like, yes, I agree. It should be outlawed.
She just made an Archer joke, dude.
I know.
So
You are my supervisor.
Way to step on her joke.
I didn't.
Dick.
You do. You step on them all, man. That's why I never get anything, like a word in.
If you were a Native American, your name would be Steps on Jokes.
Wow, that was good. Yours would be lame ass jokes.
That doesn't really work.
Yeah, it does kind of.
No.
Fuck.
No. Sorry. Anyway. What was the one question that Rum had? Did we plow through that?
I already did
so
it.
to speak.
Yeah, plowed through it.
Powered through.
Shot it right off.
Yeah, Adam.
I don't think we talked about this with Bella. Cherry, if somebody wants to take a class with you, if they want to learn the art of
Wrestling.
striptease and dance and how to yell at wrestlers,
Yes.
how do they reach the lovely Cherry Brown?
Well, you can reach me in many ways.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a website. It's MissCherryBrown.com. And then there's Facebook. You can find me under Cherry Brown. It's very simple. There's also the New Orleans School of Burlesque, which is NOLA, schoolofburlesque.com. And I teach every Tuesday and Thursday, but all of the info's on the website. Let's see, there's Instagram, there's Twitter. Pretty much if you go to my website, you will find all of the connections, and then you can find the connections to my pages for burlesque and for wrestling, since I go under Brittani Nikole as wrestling commentator for Wildkat Sports and Entertainment.
It's Brittany with 2 eyes, by the way.
It is. It's Brittani.
Two eyes together. I was like, that doesn't make sense to have two eyes together.
I know Rome was thinking.
That's why I made
No,
it
there's
the
usually a
word
nose in between.
I was like, that's not how you spell Brittany. B-R-I-I.
Rome was sitting there going, what the fuck? That's the weirdest spelling ever.
Brittani.
Well,
There's
good.
a wrestling name, Brittani.
Brittani.
Yeah, so please, everyone, come take a class. It's all genders. Male and females can come to this class, and either just for exercise or to feel more confident about yourself.
Yeah, when
or
are we doing
if you want to
DDP
learn.
yoga together?
Oh, yeah, I was about to ask that too. I was like, I'm all in for the DDP yoga.
Yes.
We can
DDP
videotape
yoga.
it.
I love DDP yoga. DDP yoga is amazing. I actually just gushed about it the last show we did. We had
Did you
Stevie
just
Richards.
gush?
She just gushed about it.
We did it.
I have an autographed picture of him too.
Stevie Richards, former WWE, WCW.
I'm trying to think of
all that
what
stuff.
the big group that he had in the early 2000s was. I can't think of it.
He was in a group?
Yeah, he had like his own crew of like moralistic people.
Was it the Diamond Cutters?
No.
Because that would have been funny.
But Diamond Cutter is one of the moves in
Yes.
DDP yoga.
Is it really? He teaches
Yeah.
you how to do the Diamond Cutter.
No, not the actual Diamond Cutter.
Damn.
But
Kind
one
of
of
like
the
a-
yoga moves is called a Diamond Cutter. You
Oh,
make
that's cool.
your
Is that like a
the diamond
salutation
symbol.
type of thing?
I got a move called a diamond cutter.
You know what I think, guys, what I think we need to do is the next time I'm down or on the way down there, I
Make you
think we
laugh.
need to go collectively to one of her classes and participate.
Okay.
I think that would be awesome. I think we should do it, and we should film it.
Yeah.
You notice how he's using his fake voice?
You see, he is using his
full of shit voice,
Rum's
man.
lying voice, but
No,
yeah,
I'm serious,
I'm okay
dude.
with
I think
it.
this would be hysterical. We
No, I don't. No, I'm serious. We'll go and
I'll do it.
I've
Rum.
always wanted.
I'm with
I've
you.
always been really into burlesque, and I really think. No, I really think we could do it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
guys.
curious.
Let's do it.
See,
She says there's males participate in this. I think that'd be
Yes,
kind of
and
cool to try.
there's male burlesque performers all around the world that are amazing. They do some of the most amazing routines I've ever seen. There's a troupe in Chicago called Stage Door Johnnies, and Bazooka Joe, Ray Gun, and
I
Jet
could never
Adora.
have the name Bazooka Joe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Those names sound like porn stars.
They look they're sexy enough to they're better
Look,
to be.
look,
porn
tell you
stars.
what.
Listen
I
to
tell
her
you
stutter.
what.
You heard that?
Look.
Yeah,
Look,
look good.
flat out, I will perform a burlesque routine on the condition that y'all find me a costume of Bazooka from G.I. Joe. That'll be my routine.
No, I think it'd be kind of cool to go and give it a shot. Film it, and
Yeah, I think it'd
maybe
be
we can
fun.
put up
I'll
on
do
the
it.
website.
Yeah, we can use it. We can do it as a YouTube clip.
And
That'd be
then,
great.
well, but the only stipulation is you come to a class and do that, but then you also have to train at Wildkat.
That's
all
fine,
right.
I'm up for that.
Permanently. You have to train for at least 6 months at Wildkat.
Oh, I don't know if I could commit that long. One
So-
does have to work.
You
Yeah.
want us to
Not
take
all
off
of 'em.
our clothes, dance around, and then wrestle sweaty men?
Yes, yeah.
I don't know.
You're
if
in for that, dude.
I don't know if I'm up for that.
I
You can
don't.
wrestle it.
Rum, you do it for free all the time.
Shut up.
But yes, please come take a class. It's
So, if anybody listening, if you would like to see us and do a
lot
burlesque
of us.
class, please come leave a comment on the website.
And if you'd like to
tell
see
us-
Wayne and the Rum Guy Jello wrestling,
Yeah.
with Miss Cherry Brown commentating,
Don't say yes.
And also, please chime in and give us suggestions for our burlesque names.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be fun.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see what people
This-
come up with.
Yeah, me
This
either.
is
That'd be
gonna
great.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go with Rum Tum Tummy for you.
Rum Tum Tummy.
That's actually really adorable.
Well, yours is already Cuddle Bear. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Well, I could tell you my costume
But you're
would be the
taking
pirate.
Cuddle Bear closer to gay porn with the burlesque. If
Well,
you
you know what?
combine the
Whatever floats
You
your
know.
boat.
two. Right
To
now,
each his own.
Exactly.
right now, I cuddle like a rock star. I don't cuddle like a porn star.
You cuddle like a what? How does a rock star cuddle? Is it like that cold, distant, like get out
Yeah,
of my bed?
basically they
He's
push you
slung-
on the
he's,
floor and
slung
walk
over in
away.
a chair with a needle in his arm, apparently.
He just lays there dying.
Wouldn't you like to know?
No, not really.
Yeah, see? Way to go, Cuddles. Push him away. Push him away.
Can't get my cuddles.
Oh, I need a drink.
Of course you do.
When have you ever not needed a drink? In fact, when have you ever not had one?
And
That's not the cast of Stomp. That's Rum like running.
Cheers, alcohol. Don't go away from me. Come to me, bottle. Come to me now.
I could be drunken master.
Yeah, yeah, you drunken something.
So
Drunken bastard is more like it.
Inglorious.
I know that Wayne has an announcement to make.
Yes.
He's pregnant.
Do you want?
I am.
Do you want to like bit of you to our
And I'm the
guest? Or do
father.
you want to?
Yeah, we should do that. That way I can be pissy and not
get messy.
Yeah.
Pissy and messy.
But
Which is going to be Wayne and Rum's tag team names.
piss and messy.
Guess which is which.
Yeah, well, I already know. I guess pissy means drunk, doesn't it?
No, it does not.
Getting pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess messy would be somebody that like ate mushrooms and shit their pants.
Yeah.
Getting pissed means you're getting pissed. You're mad. You're angry.
No, it
No.
also means drunk.
It means drunk too if you're English.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
they don't know anything.
taking the piss means like
You leave.
making fun of.
I thought taking a piss.
Like
Well,
taking
make
the,
your announcement.
Taking the serious.
No, I'm gonna do that after we say goodbye to Miss Cherry because
No, I want to hear the.
Oh, you want to hear
Oh,
the
okay.
announcement? Okay, that's
All
fine. I
right.
didn't want to be rude and do this
Why
announcement.
not? You
crap.
already
No.
start.
No, I didn't. You started being rude.
I've been waiting with bated breath.
Oh, all right. Well, it's nothing
I like the
that
sound of that.
that important. But as of yesterday, a lot of people know that I was singer for Resurrection Man. But as of yesterday, after almost 14 years, I basically said I had enough, and I quit the band yesterday. So basically, Resurrection Man is no longer a band. We're done. So there will be no more shows, unfortunately.
And there may not ever be the second album.
Yeah, the second album may not ever come out. So
And
for those of y'all who are looking forward to hearing the second record, I'm sorry. So we'll see what happens later on.
Into the dozens of women who fantasize about Wayne sexually from his time on stage when he goes like he's buddy, and then he's like "Roar!" and then you're like, what? For you ladies, the fantasy has died.
Well, that's sad, man. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a long run, and well, I mean, it was creative differences basically. I mean, it was a lot of turmoil in the infrastructure of the band. So
I call it turd oil. That's
yeah,
all.
and it was just a pain in the ass. You know, I mean, I just couldn't. No one would make up their minds, and I just all right, fine, let's not do it anymore.
The funny thing is that Resurrection Man just got resurrected a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and we had an incredible show, and that was the sad part.
People really excited. And it was the second biggest turnout we've ever had. Full Metal Prom was
Yeah, Full
probably
Metal's
the
the
biggest.
biggest. Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I'm sorry for you because I know, Wayne loves to do this show, but his heart really is in being a metal frontman, and it's what you're best at, and that's not a slight on this in
Oh, I
any
know.
way, but it's really what you should be doing. I'm not kissing your ass because I don't give a fuck about metal at all.
Right, I know.
You're a much better metal frontman than like 90% of the guys that I've seen,
Thanks.
and that's nothing against them either.
Right.
It's just some people. It's kind of like when you watch, and I don't want to like pull this out because we work with a bunch of great standouts, but it's kind of like when you watch Corey as opposed to one of the random people who's on our shows.
Right, yeah.
Like you can tell that he's
seasoned. He's been there. He's done a lot of stuff.
He's worked
got
on
more
his
experience.
craft, and so he does things that somebody who's only been doing it for a few years might not think to do. And it's kind of the same with you. It's just you come alive on stage, and so it does kind of it pisses me off a little bit because I talked with a few people about that after your birthday, and I know Rum couldn't make that unfortunately
Right.
because he'd been in town
The week before.
like a few weeks before,
Yeah.
and then the week after you
he had to come back in town. Yeah.
But I talked with a few people about that, and I think your mom too, and I know that's what you'd love to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's I love it. It's fun. It's no feeling like that ever, But hey,
So fuck you, jerk holes.
no, man. Look,
How about you resurrect my dick, fuckholes?
I will say it like this:
That sounded like gay porn.
Yeah, it did. I still love everybody that was in the band. There's no way I'm going to work with any of them again. You know?
No, never again, no.
Just because of,
Joke's getting kind of old, yeah.
And it's pretty much done. Actually, it's done now.
Never again.
But, yeah, so that's my announcement.
Happens in bands. I mean, it happens in a lot of things. I'm sure with Miss Brown here, she's had people, that she's known or seen that have just left.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, very, very much so. I mean, there's tons of people that fall in and out in any entertainment business, but especially in music or in burlesque, people come and go. People come and go for different reasons, and people either quit or they get pushed out because of unprofessional behavior and whatnot. But again, like in any entertainment business, it's always the same.
Yep.
So.
All I gotta say is you don't quit the dream. You just change the direction.
Yeah, I mean, be honest. I mean, dude, in the music industry, there's no way. I never ever thought I was ever going to become a rock star. You know what I mean? I was never going to be that fucking Aerosmith or whatever. You know what I mean? I was never looking for that. I just like playing music.
You're so nice, but then you get on stage and you're like, "Roar!" And you're like, "What?" Sorry.
Yeah, it's callbacks.
That's my favorite.
That was one of the fun. Rum, you know that story, huh?
I do.
Okay, all right.
Maybe I'm the only one that makes laugh. I don't know.
No, dude, because you were there. That's why it was funny.
Brittany, I'm recounting a story or parts of a story of a fan of Resurrection Man.
Yes.
Which I don't think Resurrection Man is arguably a legendary local rock band, a hard metal band.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not legend is a hard term to apply, but locally certainly.
I mean,
so
a lot of people know who we are.
So they have these fans that are a little obsessive.
It was really, really funny, and I think it was one of the first times that he has seen this to that extreme.
Did I accidentally call you by your real name again?
You did.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's because
I go by Brittani Nikole for wrestling, and I'm Cherry Brown for burlesque. So either way,
I'm trying to be consistent, but your name keeps flashing on Skype, so I'm looking at it and. Sorry, go on.
But
okay, I'm back.
But we didn't even know you were gone. But the funny thing by it was we went to a show, and we were standing around, and this young lady came up to me and was drunk, obviously extremely drunk, and she just kept saying the same thing to Adam over and over again. She was
really talking to you. She was. You were single at the time. This was before you met your lady.
Well, I guess from what I understand, she had kind of a lazy eye, so she was looking at Adam but looking at you at the same time.
No, well, she was talking to Wayne, but kind of approaching me slowly, invading my space at every given possibility.
And then she would go up to him and go, "Do you know, buddy?" He's
she's a little bit of Shalmation, so
a little bit,
or maybe it's Smoker voice. I don't know, but she's
she was loud.
You listen to Buddy? Do you know Buddy?
Have you ever seen them play live?
You ever seen Resurrection Man? It's crazy. It's so good, Buddy. When you gonna do Resurrection? Are you in a band with Buddy?
It was great.
No,
I still think my favorite part was when she did the whole thing that you did. Where she would go, yeah, because if you ever seen him live, it's he's all nice, and when he's talking, but when he's on stage, it's and
you're like, what?
So that's the whole story behind that.
I think my favorite part was when she tried to console you about Monica leaving you.
Oh, yeah, that was great, too. That was a good one.
Buddy, I heard, and it's so sad because y'all was so good together. It really does make me sad.
It was funny.
And, but the thing is, you know what they say? When God closes a window, he pees on your doorstep. So
I just got to say, drunk people are amazing to talk to.
And George never came on the show either.
Yeah, George never did come on the show.
Good. No, I don't know him. I don't know. I'm sure he's the
George is a nice guy.
He was at your party.
Oh yeah, we took a picture. Remember, he's the guy who kissed me on my cheek.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
He's back in the jungle now, right?
Yeah, he did. He went, and he's strong as he could be.
George of the jungle.
But anyway, that was my announcement. It's sad, but we just time to let it go.
Yeah. And, you know, the funny thing is, like, when you were telling me the story, like, whatever it was, an hour and a half ago, this is the way that it ended 2 years ago.
Right, yeah.
So it's not like this isn't like a new problem.
We'll just wait 2 years. You'll be back.
It's just a reoccurring problem, and that's why I refuse to work with certain people again. So I'll just go about my business and find other people. There's plenty of musicians out there.
Right.
And when they wheel you out, you know, in the Alzheimer's care facility, you'll want to get the band back together.
Maybe you could front Black Sabbath. Because, you know, Ozzy's
maybe so. I mean,
doddering.
All I gotta do is stutter a bit.
Sharon!
And get the choruses right.
Sharon, where's my pants? I'm wearing them.
We are so rude to our guests.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I am pleased. I feel like I'm just one of the guys.
Yeah, that's right. Except,
But with better bits and tackle.
that's what I was about to say. I was trying to be more tact.
Not so much tackle, more bits.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm also more tactile.
Yes. Yes.
I like you, Cherry Brown.
Yes.
You're splendid.
Well, thank you, kind sir.
And
else?
no, I think I'm done. Are you?
I'm spent.
He's been done for, I can't even tell you how long.
No, I mean, the only stuff that's going on is just we have that upcoming comedy show at the end of the month.
Oh, right. We haven't plugged our stuff. Right. So, what is it, February?
Yeah, I've been plugging the whole time. Plug away.
Well, we've been trying to
There's
plug
three
you
of
for
us.
a while. Only one of us is married.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life is one shameless plug.
Oh,
damn. Anyway.
So bad.
So, is it February 23rd or 27th?
It's the 27th.
Okay. That's
And
at Twist of Lime.
Twist of Lime, and we have four comedians.
We have Jake Potter.
Hold on.
Jade Patton.
Jade Patton, yes.
James Cusimano.
Yes.
And Gina Gomez.
There you go. And
That's
we also,
his cousin.
and also the band playing the evening after the amazing comedy will be
right.
Blind Texas Marlin, which if anyone hasn't seen them yet, they need to. Yes,
They're
that
awesome.
means you, Miss Brown.
Yes, I should come.
Yes.
Yes, you should.
Oh yes.
That's just being silly. It's not fun anymore.
Yes, it is.
So
It's
obvious.
great. It's
Anyway.
great.
It's not fun anymore. We've done it too many times.
Damn it!
Yeah. Well, after you've
No,
come a
it's
certain
a
number of
pretty good
times,
show.
it gets old.
They're all funny comedians, and they do put on a good show. So
Yeah.
And Blind Texas Marlin, like I think I said on the previous episode, is my favorite band in the city.
Yeah, they're one of the best bands we've ever booked. I mean, not to slight any of the other guys we've ever booked, but like honestly, they're just really entertaining and they're very talented.
Right, but I have I have eclectic taste in music, but I have, like everyone else, I have what I like and what I don't.
Right.
I bought both of their CDs when
I did too.
First had them on their show.
I did too.
And so that's going to be pretty awesome. And we should also mention that the following day is Allie.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know which last name does she go by, because she's got 9 of them. I know I can't talk, but about having lots of names.
Just everybody knows who Allie is,
Yeah.
and it's her birthday party at Twist. And it's actually, if you dress up in a costume to go to this
Let's
show.
not spread that, because I don't know if they thought that through, because there's 3 bands, and
Hey.
if everyone shows up in
Spread it.
costume.
Hey, no. They put it out there. So if
Okay.
anybody dresses up in a costume, they get in for free. If not, it's a $5 cover.
Right, it's $5, Kevin P. Johnson.
Yeah.
So you
always
you can
ask.
show up. You can show up for fucking $5. Anyway,
and
he doesn't listen to the show.
it's going to be headlining is Zombie Eat Sheep.
Yeah, they're the end. And
Jack
Locke.
That's right. Our boy Jack Locke's going to be there. Oh God, I can't think.
Jack
of
Locke is one of my other favorite performers. I mean, he's not really in New Orleans most of the time. He's usually
He's all over.
He comes to New Orleans, but he's mostly in Houma. But
he lives in a van.
one of the 2 most energetic bands on stage, period, are Blind Texas Marlin and Jack Locke.
Yeah.
Well, I say Jack's more physically, like he's all over the place.
Yeah, but it's mostly him. is what I'm saying. Like with Blind Texas Mall, and they're all kind of, there was like.
Well, they got energy. Don't get me wrong.
At the last show,
Jack's he's like someone set him on fire.
Right. Well, at the last show, I was laughing because the trombone player was playing into the corner, and it reminded me of a scene from the Blair Witch Project, like when the guy's about to die. It was really, really.
Yeah,
strange.
when he's punished.
Right.
That's funny.
But yeah, I can't think of the last. Is it Dirtiest Players?
No, I'm looking up right now.
Well, it doesn't matter. Come out to Allie's show. It's $5. And
I'm such a bad promoter.
And Allie is an awesome performer. You'll get to hear her sing with Zombies Eating Sheep, which is arguably the most unique act in the city.
They're one of them for sure.
One of them, and so that's going to be a cool show. And then, of course, just to reiterate, because I know we've been pushing this, but it means a lot to us that because we're getting to work with Southport Hall. And Mark Bagnetto has given us a shot to help promote these shows. So March 25th, because March 20th is the Wildkat thing, the Wildkat show. March 25th at Southport Hall, there's a SKYLIT Drive, the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Wolves at the Gate, For the Win.
Come on.
Atlas Shrugged.
You got this.
And the other...
L.A.
I was going to say it.
And the other band at the thing is, of course, we forgot the House of Goats.
Oh, how can I forget House of Goats?
And we forgot...
Maybe because they suck.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Right.
And Mad Dog is playing as well.
Okay.
So...
Bad Dog, baby, or whatever.
Yeah, so...
No, House of Goats are some of the best dudes in the city.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Everybody's in the city. I just keep,
we're a living in the city.
No, but House of Goats, they're awesome dudes. So I'm sorry I forgot y'all, but
But you know how he is. He don't give a fuck.
So should we end it there?
Yes, let's end it here.
So I want to thank
the
lovely, talented, sultry voice.
You know that.
Exploded all over the place.
All over everybody.
Cherry Brown.
So dirty.
Thank you.
Bad,
Thank you so
bad
much.
Cherry Brown.
Exploding all over the whole damn town.
Yeah.
We ain't talked about the junkyard dog.
And Rum got drunker again. I don't know. Anyway,
and I will get you some of that soda from Ireland.
It's not soda.
It's an ale.
Cherry Brown ale.
It's ale.
Oh, it's ale.
He considers that soda.
Okay. It's not a port, so okay.
It's not hard enough for the Rum Guy. I went there.
But a strange man penis is.
Woo!
Yeah.
Also, update on the Cherry Brown Ale.
Yes.
It's at World of Beers.
Oh.
There you go.
Did you bring the world of beers to me?
There's one on veterans.
Would you bring the M of beers to New Orleans?
I'm just saying, it is available where you're at, too.
Yeah,
you go there.
No, it's on veterans. No.
Oh, listen to this. Oh, it's on veterans. I'm too good for veterans.
No.
I can't travel to Mattery.
No.
It's Ohio or Uptown, or that's it.
When you all come to take the class, then we'll go to World
There
of
you
Beers
go. That's
and
it.
we'll
There we
toast.
Or you could
Cherry
come to
Brown
the
Ale.
comedy show on February 27th.
And we can go to World of Beers.
Well, I would, but I will be in Ohio.
God damn Ohio.
So you're going to be snowed in.
Yeah, I'm going to be it's my mommy's birthday.
Oh,
very
tell her
nice.
we said happy birthday.
Yes.
Edward Snowden.
So
You're done.
Yeah, I know. That was it.
Good night, everybody.
Anyway, thank you very much, Miss Cherry Brown, for coming on the show and dealing with us.
Of course, it was a pleasure. I will come back anytime. I will
Yes.
come and come again.
Yes.
damn.
I was your host, Wayne.
Shazam!
You're not Shazam.
I could be.
Yeah, I know.
I could be Billy Batson.
Yeah, you could.
And that's the Rum Guy.
Hey! And remember to keep it metal!